This is basic compared to what you've shown us all season. You are brilliant. Your look tonight was not semifinals worthy.
So, give it a go.
Welcome back to another episode of the Boo Royale. Not just any episode tonight, the semifinals. 10 contestants compete for one crown. Each week, I put them through a mini challenge, a main runway, and a runway rumble where the two bottom looks of the night go head to head to fight for a spot in the competition. 4 people are left, and only 3 will move on to the finale next week. This mini challenge for the semifinals is called My Favorite Cartoon Character. I did these semifinalists dirty with this mini challenge. I told them, you think you're gonna get away without building this season? Oop, check again. It is a build challenge. I gave them 3 minutes to put on whatever they think they're gonna need to build their favorite cartoon character. After the 3 minutes was up, I then gave them 15 minutes to build their favorite cartoon character with the items that they gathered in those 3 minutes. Okay, people? No going back to get more things. Now let's see what they did. Hello. If you could please tell us who you made and tell us about your favorite cartoon character. Why do you love this character? Hello Kitty. Hello Kitty. Okay. You know, for Hello Kitty girl, those eyes are big. They are bugging, girl. Did you have some Red Bull or Monster caffeine to make those bugging eyeballs? Sellers, tell us a little bit about your love for Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty and Sanrio. I've grown up watching the shows, and my favorites are Kuromi, Hello Kitty, and Pom Pom Pirin. Okay. She's a Hello Kitty crazy. Let's move on to Hannah. Hannah, tell us who you did and why. Plankton, because my son is obsessed with SpongeBob. I love Plankton because he's the little angry guy that just wants the formula. Period, Plankton. Okay, Hannah. What is this back here? Does Plankton have a hat? Let's move on to E West. Eric. Eric, please tell us who you are and why SpongeBob is your favorite character. I've grown up watching SpongeBob and still do. I played Battle for Bikini Bottom on my GameCube and now rehydrated on my shift. The show has been around for 26 years, which is iconic. Fifi, tell us about who your favorite cartoon character is and why. Who'd you do and why, Fifi? I'm dressed up as Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony. As a kid, I would wake up early before school to binge the show. She represents the element of laughter. Her spirit is infectious. I love her because she is always kind, supportive, and energetic. She is my top comfort character and the friend I wish I had growing up. Thank you, Fifi. I have a winner for the mini challenge. The winner of tonight's mini challenge goes to Fifi. Congratulations, Fifi. You are the winner of tonight's mini challenge and will be receiving 1 additional point to your overall main runway score. You know, I like that you took the whole time to get ready. I was worried because I was like, you know what? You're not doing too much item adjustment, but clearly you did a lot of item adjustment. This detailing, the little eyes, the lashes, the mouth, the face, all of this, the mane. Congratulations, Fifi. You're the winner of the semifinals mini challenge. Let's get into the main runway for the semifinals, okay? For the semifinals main runway, contestants were asked to share something about themselves through their look on the runway, something that we don't know already about them. This was a vulnerable challenge. Yes, we support vulnerability here, okay, people? Now let's see what they did. straight, full strength. Lived my whole life legacy, blind in one eye, seen the world in fragments. I was teased for it, so I built armor. Every crack carries that pain, every glow is strength. I survived and became unbreakable. The dawn of a new chapter. My look tonight is the representation of me overcoming depression through the visual of a sunrise. For the longest time, I felt empty, drenched in a wave of loneliness, unable to see the light inside myself. But as time passed on, the sun began to rise, painting a brighter, new chapter. The Altar of Self. This look explores the intersection of my queer identity and Catholic upbringing. The papal silhouette represents the weight of tradition, while the rainbow bleeding heart symbolizes my authentic self emerging through the pain. It is a visual prayer of resilience, sacrifice, and survival. Define the algorithm, pastel academia. As a dual computer science and math major, I founded a non-profit that empowers women in STEM across 30 US states. To celebrate my upcoming graduation, I've paired a soft aesthetic with a traditional cap and gown. I believe that identity and personal style should never limit the scale or direction of your dreams. Visually, this is very strong. The eyeball is super captivating. I feel like it's a little shout out to your sister back in the early seasons. And the face hack leaves some mystery as to what is going on in your universe. Your story definitely added context to what I'm seeing with the armor of, getting picked on, having the armor and being blind. The idea is there. I just wished the half blind spot was pushed a little further. But shout out to you for being half blind, girl, because you're like Amy Slayton and she is kind of girl. But really, in all honesty, thank you for sharing. This is amazing visual. Thank you for sharing. Stellars. Visually, your second look was very, very strong. I loved that you took a risk with the transition look. I was hoping somebody would do that, and you did it. Love it. From depressed dark colors to light golden sunshine. Hearing your story, I do see the first depression look into the happiness, more sunshine look come through during the transition. This was gorge. This is gorgeous right here. The overall thing was almost there, but the first look could have been pushed a little further to make me go wow right off the bat. And I think the transition saved you, because if it was the first one, I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. So overall, I think this works. It just doesn't land as strongly as I hoped for. But this look, how it grew, this big crown, loved it. Loved that vibe. Eric, right away, I understood what you were going for. some kind of statement clearly on sexuality and religion. Hearing your story, I do see that came through in the look. I think it was spot on. And overall, this is a strong showcase of something that is true to you. So thank you for sharing this with us and executing it in such a creative and distinct way. It's brilliant. Fifi, you girl, I think this is a really interesting concept. It's definitely not something we've seen you do in the past. So kudos to you for taking a risk. Dare I say it's a little basic compared to all of your season's fits that we usually see from you. Your story definitely adds context to what I'm seeing in regards to your academia and other amazing professional accomplishments. That is definitely something to be proud of and to celebrate. It does feel a little surface level, but overall, I think this does work. You took a risk and you gave us graduation and fun. Tonight, the decisions were not easy. The differences are small, but every little thing does matter. Contestants, I do need to be very clear about something for the semifinals. Tonight, since it is the semifinals, you only had one chance to make it into the finals for next week. At this stage in the competition, you don't get a second chance. Therefore, tonight, there will be no runway rumble. Your main runway either got you into the finale or it did not get you into the finale. With that said, we are going to go in to the placements for the semifinals. One of you did enough to stay in the competition, but did not do enough to stand out fully as the winner tonight. That person is Hannah. Hannah, you are safe and will be moving on to the finale next week. Congratulations. You may leave the runway, my love. Now on to the top performance and look of the night. Eric, tonight you didn't just show us a look, you showed us something true to your heart and real. Congratulations. You are the winner of this week's main runway and have earned your spot in the finale of the Boo Royale next week. Congratulations, Eric. You can leave the runway. You may leave the runway. Stellars and Fifi, unfortunately, there will be no runway rumble tonight. You two have done amazing this season. You both should be extremely proud of yourselves. I know I am. Stellars, you did wow me with this amazing second look. But unfortunately, the initial look before the transition was not semifinals wow factor for me. It didn't hit hard enough. Fifi, your accomplishments are something to be proud of, but I wanted something more visual to this fit. And that is why you are in the bottom. Fifi, although your fit wasn't up to your usual wow factor tonight, your enthusiasm and professional accomplishments that you created into your fit and shared with us tonight did stand out. And for that, you have secured a spot in the finale of the Boo Royale next week. Congratulations, Fifi. You are joining Eric and Hannah in the finale next week. You can leave the runway. That means, Stellars, I'm so sorry, but your journey does end here in the Boo Royale. Although you're leaving us tonight, you are iconic and will forever be iconic in the Boo Crew. Stellars, you can make your dramatic exit whenever you can. Oh, see, there she goes. Congratulations one more time on making it into the finale next week. That concludes the Boo Royale semifinals. One more week, one more challenge in between these three people and one crown winner. That is freaking crazy. And that's a wrap on this episode of the Boo Royale. Make sure to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and put in the comments who you think is going to win this season. Find out next week.